Okay guys, welcome back to the garage. As you can see, today we are here with one of our tow trucks. It is a complete disaster inside and out, and especially the toolboxes here. They are in desperate need of cleaning. So we thought today would be no better chance than to go through, clean out the toolboxes and show you guys everything that's in there.
Yeah guys, we've been wanting to do this for a long time. It's been really overdue. I know you guys have wanted this video, and it's just no better time than today to try and drag all this stuff out of the truck and show you guys exactly what we use on a day-to-day basis. I know you guys have wanted this video, so let's dive into it and see if we can get this truck cleaned up.
Okay guys, now we're gonna open this thing up and show you the mess.
God, it's a disaster.
There's all kinds of stuff in here. We've got ratchet straps to strap down the wheels to the wheel lift on the truck, more wheel straps, all kinds of chains, stuff everywhere. Hatchets.
So bad. It's such a disaster.
Sweet snatch blocks, air compressors and ropes and all kinds of stuff. Bolt cutters, more D-rings, wood chocks, some sweet WD-40.
You gotta have the
WD-40. The old jack handles, more straps.
I think that probably needs replaced at some point. That's been with me for a very long time, and it's served its purpose. That may still work, but gotta have the old air chuck.
Sweet soft straps for some wheels again.
We keep those bigger ones too, guys. It's a little heavier rating for those bigger straps.
Some sweet diesel.
Some diesel clean.
Diesel clean.
I use that for all of our fill-ups, guys. It just keeps my filters clean, and I love it. I love using it. It's worked for me so far.
I know you were kind of far over there. I didn't know if I could hear you. More snatch blocks, essential.
Guys, we keep several. Some smaller stuff there for the lighter pools, but I try to keep at least 3 or 4 of those because you never know which direction you need to change. Those are very handy.
Yes. All of these go inside of the wheels, right? For the stuff that you can't use the wheel straps on.
They do. So guys, we got, our soft straps for our bigger spoked wheels. Those work very good. But for our steel wheels with just the tiny little circles, I can't get that through. So I made those up for our steel wheels, and those will hook if we need to pull your wheels if you've got a steel wheel.
Get your wheels pulled.
Get your wheels pulled. I keep plenty of those. You've seen us use those. Another small snatch block. I guess we keep, so there's 3, 4, 5, and you just never know. Just a tiny, yeah, there's another little.
Sweet little rope. Never know.
If you need to add just a little extension to something. And some of the stuff in the box, guys, is overkill. That is nice for, we're not scratching stuff, guys. We keep small pieces of that in case we got to run that into the body so they're not scratching cars.
That's like fire hose stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, the fire hose stuff.
More blocks.
You never know when you need a chunk of wood. Another little short chain if you need to hook a wheel. Those are very nice too.
I don't know that I'll be able to lift that out of there, dude. I don't know if I
don't think so.
I'll just show it.
You might show them that on inserts. So I like to keep this. Guys, not everybody has a place to hook on their receiver. So I like to keep my own receiver with its own D-ring on it. And for those trucks that we need to pick up, that works very well. But the rest of that box, guys, is more fire hose. The rest of that box is just chain. And I like to keep a fair amount of chain too, just because I'm always overdoing this truck, guys. It's not always a soft, easy pull. If there's something that's going to get tangled up for our cable, then I need to route chain, like some of our box trucks and things like that I shouldn't be pulling. But it's an entire box full of short chains, long chains. I think there's some bridles and things like that in there. So nothing really to see there. But we're going to try to get this stuff in order. While Coben's talking to you about that stuff, I need to get my grease gun for those snatch blocks. I haven't greased up my snatch blocks in quite a while, so just maintenance while we've got it apart too. Coben should show you should run and grab one of those wheel strap ratchets and show the difference in our heavy duty one.
Oh goodness, yeah,
that was life changing. I'm gonna grease up some of these.
Okay, see if I can organize some of this stuff here. Tangled up disaster. D-rings and wheel straps. while I'm here with these nice fancy wheel straps here, I will go ahead and show you guys the difference here between these nice fancy ones and these super cheap, super old ones. Here is our super old, super janky ratchet here. As you can see, it is not very heavy duty here. It is pretty janky, pretty rusted up, and pretty abused here. Now, if you hear the difference between that old janky one and you see our new, very heavy duty, very nice ratchet here, you can see that this is just a world of a difference. And you can definitely hear it when ratcheting. These are an essential, guys. These really help to really cinch down the wheels and make sure that they are not going to go anywhere when we are towing a vehicle.
Okay guys, just in case anybody wanted to know, I put the dual compressor setup on this truck. I've got my switch there to turn it off and on. I do have a complete video on how I put this in the truck. It's one of our older videos if you guys want to search or have any questions or concerns on that, but I ran my fitting to the outside of the truck. It's down there with the pump where I can just access to air up tires, because it seems like this day and age nobody's spare tire has any air in it. So compressor on a tow truck is an absolute must, guys. It's held up for me nice. I put the pumps in there so they're kind of out of the weather. Depending on your configuration, you might be able to put pumps in different locations. That just worked good for me. I need the extra toolbox room, but then again, I wanted the pumps to kind of last. But here we are with some WD-40 trying to make sense of all of this mess. Spray them down some more. There's probably things in here that I don't use or haven't used in a very long time, but it's always the things that you take out of the toolbox that you find yourself needing later. Steering wheel hold downs. I've got a very nice one behind the seats, which the behind the seats of the truck's a complete disaster too, but I've got extra just in case. If you're like me, you're gonna lose this stuff or you're gonna forget it in whatever car you towed. So having an extra one or two of them is really gonna save your butt, because when you're off to the next job and you're like, oh, well, my steering wheel strap is in that car that I just dropped off in the parking lot. And sometimes it's easier just to leave it there and replace rather than to drive another 2 hours to retrieve it. So that's kind of where we're at with that. But we're gonna try to put this toolbox back in order, and then we're going to move on to the other side and show you guys what's in that other box, and then maybe move to behind the seats. I know you guys are always asking, you know, for merch and things like that. So I'm going to show you guys why we don't have room for merch. Everything on this truck has a purpose and a place, and we're about out of room.
I didn't even know that you had these little ones.
I try to use those little ones for like just a redirect on something small.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use it on a heavy duty winch out, but like even the front winch,
yeah,
I needed to like relocate to do just an out of the mud pull.
Yeah.
It was just stuck in mud. Bolt cutters. You just never know when you got to cut it. You got to cut a battery cable for a car that's about to be on fire. Yeah, there were certain things that the departments require you to have, and a few of those are bolt cutters, pry bar. We've got a pry bar up on the, you get that out of there without beating the truck up. Pry bar, we do keep that. The hatchet works as a hatchet or a hammer. If you need to pry open hoods and doors and things like that, that's nice to have. Cat litter, we can show you guys what that's all about. There's stuff everywhere.
Everywhere. You gotta have your boots too, man.
The boots, the guys haven't seen the boots. Every time I've got to go wade in the creek, I do keep some boots upside down so they don't fill up with water on the back side of the old truck, because it seems like I'm always playing in water. The moisture, gosh, that's what gets these snatch blocks most of the time. When we're towing in the rain and then those straps are wet. So we always try to do a little maintenance. And my next truck will have a little more room, hopefully. And Coven will get to take over this truck and be
sweet
without room. And these things were so nice, guys.
Compared to those, yeah.
I want to say I got these Zips, I think, is where I ordered these, and I ordered them in the heavy duty condition. Gosh, life-changing. They will squeeze a tire. And there's no real way to make this look nice as I'm putting these. It's just always nice to kind of go through an inventory, because I have lost things and left things on the job site. So to be able to spray those and put those back in here is kind of nice. That hose is what really gets me more than anything, because it'll get tangled up and stuff. So we'll just try to keep it out of the way. But yeah, guys, that bottomless pit of a toolbox. The most important things are those Bailey's blue rim slings, we use those daily, and our straps to tie down to tow, so I kind of have those on top. Everything else just kind of gets nestled in there, and we can pull it out as needed, but WD-40 in case you got to slide that big semi across the road, that helps.
Would you look at that?
That's probably something we'd want on video. Somebody's coming to say hi, and he's not slowing down either.
He's not. That's kind of scary.
So guys, I'm gonna let you know right now that I've been chased in my driveway several times by the bear that is just too stubborn to go through the woods. Sometimes they do not give a crap if, like, we're doing this video, guys, we're standing in front of the garage and I'm talking loud, and this bear's like,
does not care at all.
I have been chased into the garage, in the front door, and out the back door trying to get away before. This shows you just how bold the bear have become in our area. Like, they're so used to people that, you know, me and Coven are standing here. And that bear does not care. Not one bit. That was pretty good. That'll be good for the channel. Paid actor. And we're right here. It's not like he's. Yeah, he could go anywhere in the woods. We're just here in front of the shop filming, and he's got woods everywhere, guys. We're in the middle of the mountains, and he chooses the path of least resistance down the road. So, and I bet you dollars to donuts, he's right there on the other side of that. Is he going to try to ambush us? Like, I mean, he's a littler guy, but he just keeps hanging out. He's very upset with me right now. But guys, he won't go away. It's like you figure you would approach him and they would take off running, but instead they come at you and tell you who's boss. Yeah, normally you can walk towards them and they'll go away, especially if you're kind of scary. I don't know. What's going on this side? Well, it's probably just as bad. Oh! Look, stuff just falls out. Our sweet Big Bailey's bag of goodies. Sweet cat litter and tools. Can't get to the cat litter socket sets. And lots of soft straps. Gots to have the kitty litter. Got soft straps everywhere. Sweet tree sabers. I'm sure you guys have seen us use these before. Those are a must. They really do exactly what the name entails. Yes. Tree sabers. Saving some trees. I got multiple lengths, guys, of synthetic. So, you know, we've got roughly 100 foot on each spool on the winch, and then I keep probably 200 foot plus, maybe 250 foot of synthetic in these bags. Torque wrench. Sweet torque wrench. More sweet wheel chocks. Guys, those so handy. They're up here too on the bed. I've got two big ones. Absolute must. We just use those on that huge, I don't know if we recorded that one. I'm sure we did. The trailer? The trailer with all the sound equipment in the back. Yeah, me and Coven worked a wreck up on Ski Mountain that had a big enclosed trailer with a bunch of sound equipment, and we had to build a bridge. So that's why I keep all these chunks, because it's like Lincoln logs. I can build a bridge through a ravine to guide a tire, so that's why we keep so much wood. Back up, not as heavy duty ratchets. See guys, I do keep multiple of the same thing. Sweet lights. Those lights are very handy. More steering wheel tie downs, maybe? Yes, we just got a bunch of straps, so if we pick up a crash, there's probably 10 or 15 wadded up straps in there. You never know when we gotta strap down a hood or door, bumper, exhaust. For those guys that run rollbacks, flatbacks, some flatbacks. Somebody called me the other day, said, I need a flatback. Not so much on tying stuff down, but I don't know if I can get this out of here, but dude, that thing is heavy. That's a real weightlifter. Yeah. So if we got to get trailers, that's how we get trailers. And I got the interchangeable ball system with this one. where you push a pin out, and I don't know if I can do this by, let me show. I love this system. If I don't stab myself.
That'd be kind of bad.
Anyway, you push a pin out and you pull that off, and I could put bigger or smaller balls on that stud, and that indeed saves me a lot of space from having 5 different ball sizes to carry our trailers. What else is in there?
Oh,
Look at that.
that's awesome.
That's
Zip tie full of sweet.
some of the most generic wrenches that you could possibly buy, because I'm just gonna lose them, and that's, yeah. But when you need a wrench, you gotta have a wrench.
More hitches and
Extension.
sweet extensions. Dude.
We always tie. The torque wrench. If we're doing tire changes, and I like to torque those wheels and make sure that they're in good shape.
Stuff all over the place.
What else is in there?
Oh,
A skate. I do keep a random wheel skate in there. This, I can shove it under a tire, and it's made out of that super hard plastic, but it'll slide very easy on pavement. And so I always like to keep one of those just in case. This essentially is kind of as good as
sweet WD-40.
Yeah, we can drive that under there and scoot a tire. The rest of that is just a mess, guys.
Tangled up mess.
So think about that when you're roadside with traffic flying around you. You reach in there and try to grab just one. I only need one, but then you get that. This is the importance of truck maintenance right here. Is getting all those in line and rolling them all back up nice and neat. It just doesn't always get done, but that's what that looks like. You want to show them the bed of the truck?
Yeah, the bed of the truck is also kind of a mess here, guys, but we've got all kinds of stuff. We've got our amazing dollies here, which of course, if you guys are interested in seeing how those work and the complete guide on those, we will have a full in-depth video on those, so make sure to stay tuned. Look out for that. We've got a sweet shovel here, and of course, you've seen those more great big chunks of wood here. We've got wheel chocks. These are essential for not only keeping the truck in place, but if we just don't want something sliding away from us. Over on this side, we've got a sweet jack here with our amazing jack cover that was
sewed up.
Homemade, that Kristen has sewn up, and it fits perfectly and does wonders from keeping this thing nice and dry. As you can see, we've got our leaf blower here, which is essential. Oh my goodness.
Dude, trash cleanups would be horrific with a push broom.
We were over there on the spur using that for close to 3 hours, and that was with our leaf blower here. So we cannot imagine going anywhere without that. That is an absolute necessity. We've got our sweet gas jug here in case anybody runs out of gas, need to do a fuel delivery. And we also have our broom down in there. I don't know if you can see it there.
I mean, just in case you run out of gas, you might have to broom it.
Might have to broom it. And there are sweet boots back there. But yeah, guys.
The skates are, we've had a lot of questions and stuff on those. Maybe we can try to cover those in another video. I do use these quite often, guys, for the vehicles that need to slide out of parking spots where I don't want to run dollies and we're just looking to get it out of a parking spot. So we'll kind of show you guys these. A lot of people use these in garage settings too, to move their hot rods from one corner of the garage to the other. So they're not only a tow truck thing, they're a car in the garage thing, but very, very handy.
You got a spare dolly tire into there too, right?
I do, and the funny thing about that spare dolly tire thing is, the dollies have 2 tires per side. So my theory is when I need that, I'm probably going to hit a pothole that's going to blow 2 of them out, and I'm only going to have 1 spare. But in the odd chance that we do just blow 1 tire, we'll at least be able to get back to the garage.
Okay guys, moving on to the inside of the truck. We've got all kinds of essential things in here. We've got gloves and Germex, you never know what you're gonna be touching. All kinds of rags and bear spray, which we almost had to use today. And we've got all kinds of extra goodies in here. We've got lights in here. I believe this one was given to us from Craig.
Craig keeps us, he's an awesome dude. He's donated these lights to us, and we've got 2 in every truck. If you guys are watching our videos and asking about those super duper bright lights, that's what those are.
Kodiak.
But yeah.
And we've got all kinds of other stuff in here. We've all got all these fancy buttons in here. I'm sure you guys are wondering about what these fancy auxiliary buttons in here do. Here are the button functions of the truck. So we have auxiliaries 1 through 4. We have a remote button and we have a PTO button. So our auxiliaries 1 and 2 are both of our lights here for when we're towing stuff. As you can see, there's all kinds of them on here so people can see us. We have our auxiliaries 3 and 4, which are our lights in the back, which are essential for when we're trying to back something up or we need to see what's going on back there and it's super dark outside. And we have our remote button here. So this allows us to use this remote here and to control all of the boom from inside of the truck. So that's how you see sometimes when we're backing up, we can function the truck from the inside with this remote button here. And then this PTO button is what allows us to use all of the boom and winch functions from the outside of the truck and use those levers outside. Okay guys, as you can see, behind the seats of the tow truck are quite a disaster, but all of the stuff back here that we have is essential. We've got stuff like our tow lights here that we can throw on the back of a car so people can see that. We've got jump start boxes, we've got vests, we've got all kinds of cones and traffic lights and
fire extinguishers and
fire extinguishers and batteries, candy. All kinds of candy. We've got all kinds of stuff. More cat litter,
impacts, sawzalls, more lights. If you can imagine it being in the tow truck, it's here. My backup camera is also there too, does a great job for anything that we need to see backing up. Lockout tools, lockout rods, license plate covers so you can't see those illegal park license plates.
Little trees, all kinds of
more
goodies.
Headlamps for the off-road wood season. There's an emergency Band-Aid pack there.
Raincoats. We've got all kinds of stuff back here.
For those of you guys that always ask, we do have walkie-talkies. Kendra actually got me those for Christmas, so we do keep those for long distance. Most of the time we're not that far away from each other, so we don't tend to use them a lot, but they are in the truck if we need them. And another flashlight.
Okay guys, we just wanted to say thank you for stopping in to the garage with us today and going over, cleaning out the trucks and letting us show you what all is going on with them. We do have plenty more of stuff to come. There is a lot more maintenance and stuff like that that needs to be done to this truck. Like I mentioned in a previous video, changing the winch cables, grease fittings.
Yeah, we got a lot of things coming to the channel, guys, so make sure you stick around and stay tuned for that. We appreciate you sticking around while I tear the license plate off the truck. We do. We've got a lot of things coming, so you don't want to miss out on the things that are in the other trucks. We're going to try to cover those videos. The rollback steel, big red steel. You guys want to see what's in those. A lot of cool things coming to the garage. We want you guys to stick around and stay tuned for.
Thanks for watching.
Take a break.